Let me get him real quick.
I don't know what that means. Christian. If anybody's wondering. Christian. Alright guys, how y'all doing tonight? Good. Before I start, I just want to ask y'all something. How many Resident Evil movies have to come out before we join hands across America? Stop. Seriously. It's way too many. Who here is not excited about the iPhone 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for hands. Class. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not really that excited about it either. I mean, I don't see how half an inch can, on my phone, can revolutionize the industry. Like, it doesn't make sense. But one thing I think that is pretty cool is they have a reversible charger now, so you can put it in both ways. That's what she said. Anyways, no, because I think it's pretty cool because, like, God knows how many hours I've spent putting in my charger in the wrong way. So I'm really happy about that. I just shake my hands in the heavens, just, why can't they make this reversible? And they answered my call, so I'm really happy about that. With that said, I ordered it last night, so I'm kind of excited about it. So I can't wait for that to come in. But see, my problem is I get excited and I buy stuff without thinking about it. Like, it's retarded for me to do that. But for example, I got these Toms, and I saw them. I was like, awesome, let me get them. And I don't know if anybody knows this, but if you buy a pair of Toms, they send another pair of Toms to a child in need or whatever. So I was like, oh, win-win. So I made it rain on the cashier and then took them home. But now I kind of regret it because it's not really that comfortable. They're like paper thin, so I want to return them. But the thing is, do they take the shoes back from the kid? Like, I have this mental image of, like, Toms going to Africa, and they're just like, they walk up to the kid and they're like, hey, boo? We're gonna have to take those shoes back. And he's like, but why, senor? He's African Spanish. Yeah, don't judge him though, he's a good kid. He raised his sister by himself and everything. So he's like, I'm sorry, no, we have to take him back, son, because George doesn't like the color. So you don't get shoes. So I'm sorry about that. So the kid's gonna go like, oh, but what will I wear? And then he's like, I don't know, it's not a problem. I think he bought a pair of Fila's. So the kid's like, Fila's? Who the F wears Fila's? Are they even in business? I don't know, nobody knows really. Like, you see them around, but you're like, But that's obviously that's probably not gonna happen. But, like, my imagination runs wild, and I don't know, it gets me in trouble. It screws me over sometimes. Like, at work, I don't know if this has ever happened to anybody else, but have you ever made a fictional story up in your head about one of your coworkers and gave them the dirty eye for about 3.5 weeks because you started believing it yourself? Like, I did a meeting one time, and one of my coworkers comes up to me, and he's like, oh, great meeting, you know, really nailed it, whatever. And in my head, this fag's immediately patronizing me. So I'm like, okay, well, what do you think? You think you can do a better job? Like, you think I'm stupid? Like, what's he trying to do? So after that, I pretty much gave him the dirty, like, 3.5 weeks, just giving him a dirty eye. And one day he just says hi to me, and then I blow up on him. And I'm just like, he's like, hey, George. And I'm like, F you, Todd, and your cancerous mole. So, luckily it was benign, so we're good. And we hashed things out, so it was pretty awkward though at the moment. Speaking of awkward, segue, let me tell you a story. I love my parents, but they're not the most technology savvy people in the world. I was over at my parents' house one time, because I live there, and I FaceTime with my friends a lot. So one day my dad comes in, and he looks over my shoulder, looks at the computer, and he goes like, "Hi," and then walks away. And then he turns around and he's like, "George, tell your friend I said hi." I was like, "Oh, okay, Dad." I was like, thing is, I was watching YouTube. So my dad was waving at Conan O'Brien. But I didn't want to, I couldn't hurt his feelings, so I was like, "Oh, okay. Dad, Conan says hi." And he's like, "Oh, okay, great."
Great.
So that's it for me, because I'm out of jokes. So, thank you.